Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Ultraranger, the show where we talk about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. I'm your co-host, Ultralane. Gar, wake up!
And I'm your host, Ultragar. I am very tired.
We're fucking exhausted. I've been up since 5 a.m.
I went to bed at 5 a.m.
Yeah. So we're tired. So we got 2 episodes of Ultra 7 this week and 1 episode of Dyna because we were supposed to talk about 1 episode, but Gar just didn't have it in him.
I couldn't. When the title of the episode is called Farewell Hanajiro at 3 a.m., freaking, I was just like, I can't.
I watched it and I was just like, oh, Gar's gonna be so sad when he watches this.
Exactly. So I'm delaying the. To quote every like thing ever, I'm delaying the inevitable.
So tune in to our eventual all Hanajiro episode where we talk about
Hanajiro,
and then Hanajiro returns.
And Hanajiro.
But without further ado, let's get into Ultra 7.
Shut.
So episode 46, The Showdown of Dan versus 7. So I'm not gonna lie, when I heard that name of that episode, I was just thinking of the scene from Superman 3 where evil Superman fights Clark Kent.
Oh.
I was kind of hoping it was just gonna be Dan Moriboshi fighting Ultra 7. I think that would have been so good.
Like the existential crisis of Dan Moriboshi.
Yeah.
It could have been a mental crisis where he's been living on Earth for so long. Is he really Ultra 7 anymore?
Yeah.
Who was Ultra 7? We don't know.
So, we have these invasion aliens called Salom, or I'm just going to say it, Shalom.
Shalom.
They could be Jewish, who knows?
They worship a giant mechanical god. They're Jewish. Give it up.
They're trying to find this woman or something like that, and it's interesting. Both these Ultra 7 episodes I noticed, they weren't in their uniforms really. They were just in normal ass clothes. At one point we actually get the whole Ultra Guard in just normal fucking everyday clothes. It was fucking weird. I was weirded out by it.
Alright guys, we're done production. Everyone's gone home. Sir, yeah, we forgot to film 2 scenes. What? Yeah, we need 2 additional scenes. But everyone's gone. Fuck it, just grab them in their normal clothes. But do it. I don't know why I made the guy sound like a freaking voice director. Just go with it.
So Dan gets captured by the aliens, and basically they find out, well, we want to invade this planet, and we know that you're Ultra 7 and that you're a threat, so we're gonna kidnap you, make a copy of you. So they make this robot that's basically looks like Ultra 7. He looks exactly like him, but he has different decals on his waist of his suit.
Oh yeah, he has like bars on his chest. He has a disc belt, some attachments on his arms. But my favorite part is that he has knee pads.
And we'll put up a 2 by side by side comparison between the regular Ultra 7 suit and the fake one.
Imitation Ultra 7, if you will.
Yeah. So the weirdest part, the thing that got me the most that was weird was that they needed to access his Ultra Beam, and for that they needed a certain code. So I was wait. Do Ultras need codes to access their abilities or some shit?
Okay, this is what I was thinking. Okay, so the thing that Dan says is NGSH 3GW FB1.
Yeah.
So the first thing that pops into my head is, let's go to the periodic table and find out. Half of them are on the periodic table. The rest don't mean nothing.
Oh.
So, it's basically Ultra 7 talking out of his ass.
But like apparently they needed this code to get access to one of his abilities. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's how that works.
We are scientists, but we're not that good scientists.
So like their plan with Ultraseven is to go, oh, we're gonna unleash this Ultraseven so that humanity loses trust in you. So if they see you destroying Earth, they'll no longer trust you, and then we can just take over the planet, and it'll be fucking easy.
Hey,
so humanity will be destroyed with the sheer betrayal of their hero.
Yeah. What episode is this? 46. Yeah, I think that's already too late. I think they'll know that it's not him.
Yeah. So of course, you know, Dan he could transform into Ultraseven or whatever like that, but then, oh no, I left my fucking Ultra High in my fucking jacket in the car. And then it just cuts to like the car he drove in with the jacket on the seat of the driver's seat, and it just zooms in. And it's like, oh no! I'm like, what the fuck? You can keep that on him at all fucking times.
But just, Dan, why wouldn't you carry that with you?
Listen, it's like me when I was 10 years old when I got my first pair of glasses. I actually left them at home, forgot them at home my first day.
Lane, you know, if I wore glasses, every time I would put them on, it would be like with Dan, just, yeah. But
you should get a set of those.
But just expectations. Yeah, reality. Ah, my eye!
I wonder if they ever did an Ultraseven thing in 3D. Would you just get like Ultra Eye shape themed 3D glasses?
I would buy that.
Yeah, you would, of course. They're awesome.
It's like how they've made actual reading glasses in the shape of the Ultra Eye.
Another thing I'm gonna point out is we got to see Anne in a bathing suit, and I was like, cool.
They're sitting by the pool watching the female Salome. Dan tells Anne, hey, keep an eye on her. And Anne just immediately just jumps into the pool.
Well, yeah, because she has to blend in, but like she can blend in by jumping into the pool and pretending to swim while watching her.
But instead of just being like, okay, or got it, just gets up, jumps straight into the pool. Also, there were a lot of people running around that pool. It's like, hey, no running.
It was the 60s. It was a different time. No rules.
If you hit your head, that's on you.
So like, they leave Dan to be just tied up in this fucking chair, and then we just get this elongated sequence where like he pulls a lighter out of his pocket, but he drops it on the floor. So then, for some random reason, I guess this is like standard issue Ultra Guard tech, he has this like rolly thing that has like a magnet on the end of a string, and he like
it's called a measuring tape.
Okay, yeah, it's this measuring tape with a magnet on it at the end, and he like unrolls it to like grab the lighter, and then he's like burning like the binds on his wrist, but like it's burning him too. So you see like his actor being like, ah, ah! And then he gets out. The fake Ultraseven's just attacking. Like the rest of this fight, this episode is just in the water, so it's like really like kind of underwhelming.
I really like the pyrotechnics in this episode, featuring the water. Like,
yeah.
Like the hydranger's gone.
But like, I have to say the final fight between these two was really fucking lame. Because like they're fighting and like they shoot like their beams at each other, and then it turns into like string, and they start like hugging at each other, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then like the fake Ultraseven just starts spinning. He's spinning in a circle, and then Ultraseven like collides with them, and they fall into the water, and then there's just an explosion, and like you don't know who wins. But then, like, you just see, the aliens, whatever, like, they escaped in, like, a flying boat, and so, like, they're on the boat, and they're like, yeah, like, he won, we got this, we got it. And so you just see Ultraseven just, like, it's just his head above water, so you can't tell, like, which one it is. And he basically just, like,
pushes
over
the
to the boat, pushes the boat, and then just, it blows up. And I was like, I think it would have been so much funnier if he like threw the boat into space and they're like, ah! And then just blow him up with the beam. I think that would have been more, but it was so anticlimactic, and I was like, that's lame.
We blew all the pyrotechnic budget on the base explosion. Did you see how big that base explosion was?
Yeah, it was pretty big.
And, you know, like I said, the hydranger blew up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we're never seeing that again.
Mm-hmm.
With only 4 episodes left of the show, yeah.
I just feel like that episode could have been, like, that battle between the two could have been so much better. Because, like, you're dealing with Ultraseven versus a fake version of himself. Come on!
Yeah, I feel like... I honestly feel like this episode and the episode we're about to talk about next should have been swapped. Or if Ultraseven can defeat himself, nothing can stop him. And then you lead into the finale where, oh shit, there is something that can beat him.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, this one was okay, and, like, Dan ends up, like, finding the rest of the Ultra, and he's like, oh! And they're like, Dan! Holy shit! It's like, oh my god, come on, guys, get a fucking...
1
He's
plus...
Ultraseven!
1 plus 1 equals Ultraseven.
Yeah.
Agira, this is Agira's last appearance in the show.
Okay.
And thus, that marks the end of the capsule monsters for the show.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's right. Someone wanted his fucking wand. You see him just kind of just sitting there being like, looking bored, like,
I'm a rock.
I'm not here.
I'm not here, I'm a rock.
And then Ultraseven just taps him and just pushes him over. He's like,
just, wait, aren't you supposed to be a robot? Why are you acting so advanced as a robot?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, Mikolas's last appearance was 25 with the alien poles. Wyndham's was episode 39, so yeah, Wyndham did die.
Wyndham did die.
And Agira's is this one. Which, every time I hear Agira, all I'm thinking of is... there's a poorly dubbed Godzilla movie where Godzilla and Anguirus talk to each other. Like actual English, they're talking to each other. But instead of calling him Anguirus, he calls him Agila.
Oh.
So he's like, come on, Agila. We got to go defeat Guy again.
But then we roll into episode 47. Who are you? So, Gar. Yeah, this episode had a very, kind of special cameo, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. That police officer really looked familiar.
So, we meet this guy named Sato, and, like, he's the main focus of this episode, and he's played by none other than Cap from Ultraman.
Yep, Akaji Kobayashi.
Because I saw that face, I saw that mole that's on his cheek, and I was like, I know who that is. Like, that's Tachibana Tobe.
Like, when I went through the guest list, and it got to him, I'm like, Kobayashi, that name sounds familiar. Click on it. Okay, he died in 96. Oh, that's Cap. But yeah, to think, after this, Tobe Tachibana in like 3 years.
Yep. But yeah, so this was a very weird episode. So, like, Sato, like, he comes home and, like, from, like, work or something, or he had a late night, and it's the middle of the night, and he's drunk. So, like, he goes up to, like, to his home, like, in this housing complex, and, like, apparently this is, like, a big housing complex that holds, like, 15,000 people. So that's big. So these are probably, like, buildings after buildings of just small ass apartments, and
like, from the look, like, I think it's like essentially condos. Like,
yeah,
imagine like 4 or 5 condos together.
Yeah. So he gets home and, like, you know, he's like, oh, it's my wife and my son. Who are you?
I'm your husband.
We've been
married for 10 years.
Yeah, so he goes to, like, the neighbors and, like, even the security guard that, like, apparently he, like, greets every night he comes home from work. No one recognizes him. No one knows who the fuck he is, and he thinks he's going absolutely fucking crazy. And so then he, like, goes on the phone, and he's, like, trying to figure out, like, what the fuck's going on. And, like, And like he called the Ultra Guard, and they're like, "Are you drunk? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's with you?" Because like Furuhashi doesn't take anything
Oh,
seriously.
yeah, that was honestly that was the best part of the episode. It's like, okay, who are we gonna pair Sato with the Ultra Guard? Fuck it,
Amagi.
Furuhashi.
Yeah, for fucking Amagi.
Oh, no, we team him up with Furuhashi. That way, it's sort of an Ultraman reunion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His character's name was Amagi in Ultraman, right?
Arashi.
Arashi. My bad. I'm sorry.
Amagi's Ben Furia's character.
Yeah. Sorry. So like then like alien he like gets attacked by aliens or whatever like that, and like gets kidnapped.
Yeah, the collective alien Hook. So I was a bit confused by this. This may have just been because I watched this at like 2:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I understand, they swapped out the complex in the middle of the night while everyone's sleeping, and they basically made an alien residential zone, and they're bringing in spaceships with weapons so that they could invade.
Yeah, they're building up like they're making like living quarters for aliens while they like invade the planet. So it's just like, oh, we need to have somewhere for our troops to live while we take over. So here we go. So like basically they eventually like figure everything out. Like it was very like kind of just like okay, went and got done. And like there's some really lazy filming things that they did where like we see like a lot of the aliens are in like human disguises or whatever like that. And like they like trap them underground, and so like they start like laughing. They go through like a swinging door, and so they go out through one side, and then the door swings around. Then they're in their alien forms, and I'm like, that's how you know their budget was gone. They couldn't even afford for them to do like a quick like edit to them changing to their alien form. They had to go through a door. I'm like, that's so lame.
Also, we fired all the transition artists. Okay, so what do we do? I don't know, you're the director. But this is my first time directing. Too bad. No joke, the director of the episode, Tatsumi Ano, this was his directorial debut. But eventually, Dan turns into Ultra 7 and he saves Sato and Furuhashi. But they do kick some ass a bit. Earlier, Dan and Furuhashi beat up a bunch of guys. And it's not stunt doubles because it's done in all one take. But apparently the alien Hook can grow giant size.
Some aliens can do that.
Again. And like it's I just find it odd that Dan could take on a group of these guys as Dan, but when he turns into Ultra 7, nope.
No.
Nope.
Because like they start like spinning around him and like flipping and stuff like that, and he's just like ah, and then he like does something where he like blinds them, and then just like he like takes them all down at once, and it's like okay.
And I guess they all just leave.
Build about spaceships, which were it was just like they weren't even ships; they were like little bouncy balls with like an illusion effect to make look like there was more of them.
What was the budget? Nothing.
What we had around the fucking studio.
just what can we do? Everyone, pull out your pockets. Let's see how much money we have together. It's just a bunch of change. What do we do with this? Fred, go down to the dollar store and buy some balloons.
Okay, you got it, Barn Son.
Got it, Barn Son.
Oh my god.
Fred's son, Barn Son will return.
And then we get like a funny joke because like Sato gets rescued, and we get a funny joke where he goes up to see his family, and it's like, wait, you're not my wife. And it's like, oh, you're Sato from next door. Whoops, went to the wrong building. And then like you just see like the Ultra Guard just standing there just laughing at him, and I'm like, you guys suck.
You guys are assholes sometimes, you know.
Yeah. It was entertaining, but like it wasn't anything like super memorable. So I was kind of just watching it, and I was like, "Oh, look, it's Cap."
And I think that's the only good like that's the only reason I really enjoy this episode is that Kobayashi was in it.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's Cap. I'm having a good time with this. I just would have laughed so hard if they just made one reference to it, just the tiniest reference, or just. Oh, thanks for saving me, Arashi. That's Furuhashi. Right. Because like the name sounds so similar, you could have done that joke of just Arashi. Furuhashi. Sounds like an evolution. Like, oh, Arashi is evolving. Arashi has evolved into Furuhashi.
You look familiar. Have I seen you somewhere before? No.
You probably
Do you have like a twin brother? No.
Give it 40 years till we canonicalize it.
Yep. Anyways, on to Dyna. So, episode 46. Ahem. The power of my feelings for you.
I'm feeling.
So, well, we asked for a Rio-focused episode, and we got it.
Yeah.
It was about some childhood friend of hers who was into Beatles, and he got bullied, and he had to have a girl fucking save his ass all the time.
Yeah, Hirao Terahisa?
I guess so.
I believe that's his name.
But the most important thing to take from this episode, though, is apparently Hanajiro has his own website. He gets fan mail. He's very popular with the kids.
He gets fan mail.
Gets fan mail.
I don't know what I'm more surprised by. The fact that the alien flying space cat gets fan mail, or the public knows about the flying alien space cat.
Well, I mean, like, Supercuts isn't fucking private or secret. Like, every time they go out, they're like, oh, Supercuts!
Like, I know they make public announcements and all that of, like, who's actually a member and what's up, but, like, we've never seen Hanajiro leave the base outside of the one episode where he got kidnapped. Yeah,
but, like, I think it's because, like, they need to, like, they have publicity, so they're like, hey, Hanajiro's cute, we can make kids want to join Supercuts, so it's like, oh, here, look, this cute space cat.
Instead of I want you, now it's I want you.
Yep. So like the scientist, he's like mentoring like 3 kids, whatever, and he owns an observatory, and so he's like he's basically trying to find like a star named name him after himself. Because like that's what you do. If you discover a new star, you have the right to name it after yourself.
Well, he wanted to name it. He wanted to name it after Rio.
Well, yes, we find that out eventually in the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So like a meteor falls, and so he calls up, and it's weird because like they don't really like establish that they're childhood friends. Like it just sounds like Rio's like talking to him like just like rudely, and it's like why are you talking to him like that? He like reported something, and then like I kind of just like, oh, they know each other. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I kind of clued in on that. But like he's like, no, it didn't crash. It, like, still like, oh, it just burned down the atmosphere. He's like, no, I saw it fucking crash. You should go fucking investigate this. And she's like, call me when you have something serious to report. And he's like, oh my fucking god, woman, I hate you.
I hate you, but I love you at the same time. What, dude?
So like apparently like these roses get affected, and so we get these like black flowers that keep like blooming everywhere, and they're causing like illusions. So like people start seeing shit. So apparently like we get to see like old kaijus, aliens pop up.
13 different kaijus and aliens.
So I guess this is kind of like an homage tribute to like, oh, look at all these past enemies we've dealt with.
4 of which we didn't even fight. They're from Tiga.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we had the alien Ray Beaks, the Nartan Manon, and then Evil Tiga.
Oh, that was Evil Tiga. I thought it was the Dyna we saw before.
No, like I'm like Evil Tiga.
See, I didn't realize it was evil. I didn't realize it was Evil Tiga. I thought it was just Evil Dyna. I was like, oh, it's the Dyna double.
That would have made more sense, but no, it's just Evil Tiga.
I guess they just had the suit lying around, so one of the suit actors was just like, oh, can I, like the Dyna suit actor was like, oh, can I, you guys have the evil suit, can I wear? And they're like, all right, fine, go ahead. Yeah. Sure.
But, like, this episode sort of missed out on a good opportunity with that, because later on, when Ryo's with, Terahisa, they're driving along, because he finds a white rose, which gives off a positive feelings.
Yeah.
And he tells Ryo this at the Super Guts base through intercom, being, I saw a little girl. Why are you telling me about little girls?
Are you chasing little girls now? That's fucking disgusting. He's like, no.
But I just love how, like, the Super Guts members are just walking past, like, behind Ryo, just hearing their conversation just go off.
Yeah, Oscar's just like, what?
Oh, frick. Just, I don't know why. It could have just been a flub, but just when Ryo, like, she ends the call because she doesn't believe him whatsoever. As she's walking out of the room, she stumbles into Nakajima, and for, like, a quick moment, for, like, a few moments, it's sort of just the whole thing of, like, you're trying to move out of the person's way, but you keep going in the same direction.
Also, we got this funny scene too, where like they had to like work on something like a missile or something like that to like stop the hallucinations, and they just go up. It's like Nakajima, work on this thing. Okay, he's just like very like scared, like all right.
I don't know what's more funny, the fact that he was scared or the fact that he was eating a thing of chicken in the science lab.
Yeah, he loves his fried chicken, as we've seen before.
Nakajima.
Yeah?
But, like, as they're driving to the base, though, it's like, oh no, it's Mozumi. I had a fear of him. Oh no, what? Giant carrots! What?
Yeah, he sees, like, giant carrots, and it was weird. I was like, what the fuck?
And that's where I think this episode could have gone off the deep end of, like, how silly can we make these?
Also, there was a nice, cute scene where, like, it kind of, like, goes into, like, a flashback between, like, the two of them. So, like, one of the kids is, like, missing his beetle, and, like, so the scientist, like, takes them, and he's like, oh, we'll find it, don't worry. Like, when you're looking for something, you always end up finding it, like, no matter what. And it's like, and I'm just sitting there like, that's not fucking true. There's so many things I've lost in my life, and I never found it again.
No, it's one of those, it's like the old saying goes, when you're trying to find it, you can't find it. When you don't need it, you find it. Yeah.
Ryo shows up to, like, go talk to him, whatever, like that, and so, like, she has the beetle that they're looking for, and, like, she's like, hi! Like, ah! And so, like, can part of the thumbnail just be that face that Nakajima makes where he's just like, oh, hi. Just, okay, like, it was a very surprised face. I really liked it. So, like, and they got to, like, kind of, you know, catch up on stuff, and then, like, yeah, we find out that, like, he used to get bullied a lot as, like, when he was younger, because he, like, looked for beetles and stuff like that, and then, like, Ryo would be there to, like, kind of bust him out of it.
But they also had a third friend, Genta, that picked on them, but they were still friends.
Well, yeah, that was like the guy who, like, I think it was like he was a bully, but they eventually became friends.
Yeah.
So then, like, we get, like, a cute moment in the flashback where, like, they're sitting down together and they're just having a nice chat, and it's like, oh, like, if you ever found a star, like, who would you name it after? And he's just like, you.
What?
And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, and, like, basically that's, like, you say something like that, you know he has a crush on her. And then we do see in the credits eventually, because, like, the credit, like, I noticed in, like, 46 and 47 of Dyna, like, they did, like, extend the scenes more, the episode more in the credits.
They've been doing that a lot more since the halfway point of Dyna. Where, like, they extend more scenes into the credits.
But when we see, like, she, like, kisses him on the cheek or whatever like that, I was like, oh, you, like, plan a kiss on him.
I feel like this led into something. Because throughout the entire show, it was more of, like, they've mentioned on and off about Ryo not finding someone. hear someone.
Yeah. Well, that's just like the thing. Like sometimes you have like a deep connection with someone when you were younger, but then like as you get older, you kind of fall apart, drift apart from each other.
Yep. There was a nice masking shot of when Rio and Hiraro is as they were driving. Felt smooth. Felt nice.
Yeah.
Screenshots can't do it justice.
So then we find out like the girl he's been seeing is like the younger version of Rio, and then she starts seeing the younger version of him. And then they have to fight these illusions, and then I think we do get an original kaiju eventually.
Yeah, it finally takes on its original form as the fear energy demon being Moruvaya? Moruvaya? Yeah.
Moruvaya, yeah, and then the mysterious kaiju army.
Yeah.
So he was cool looking. He was like this kind of weird, like demonic ape thing.
Which I feel like they took the giant ape suits that we saw in like episode 28, I think it was, and they remodified it into this.
Yeah, that would make sense. So they find out to defeat it, they have to like shoot this missile, and they only have like one shot.
Well, yeah, one flower, one shot.
Yep. Yeah, like Nakajima's just like, you missed this. We can't make it again.
Don't fuck it up. No, it's a good thing he wasn't eating during that scene. Just, we only have one shot at this. Don't miss.
Don't miss it. That would have been funny. That would have been so. I think that should have just been the joke with him the whole time, that he always is eating chicken. Well, that's why I like that. That's why I like that episode where like he was like out like doing like research and stuff, and then he just like ordered a bunch of fried chicken to his trailer.
Yeah.
And then they find him fast asleep and just a pile of fucking fried chicken.
Like he tucks it all away. It was Oscar bringing more fried chicken.
Oh, I bought you some fried chicken. Thanks.
Hey.
I love it. Yeah, and so like Dyna defeats him like with the help of it. So.
No, you have to beat him and learn character development. Ultra Goat Boom.
And then just so it ends with like him like with the kids, and like I guess he discovers a star.
A supernova, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And then there's a cute little shot of Hanajiro just. I was like, oh, happy Hanajiro. Watch the preview for next episode. I can't.
Yes, so we were going to talk about 47, Farewell Hanajiro, but Garg just couldn't watch it. It pains him.
He's my happy space cat.
Yes.
Which I'm hoping next year, for Dyna's 25th anniversary.
Just plushie?
Yes, premium Bandai Hanajiro. 1-to-1 replica Hanajiro. I will buy it. Yeah, you squeeze it, it meows.
Oh yeah, they'll make it electronic. So we'll talk about that on another episode. Gar has the...
When I have the super guts to watch it.
Yeah, or also whip your super guts out. Yeah, so some okay episodes. I mean, there weren't anything super wow.
I like the Ultraseven episodes.
Yeah, they're cool. I think they could have done so much better with the Ultraseven copy.
Think of it this way. That was probably the only solution that they could do. It's like, alright, we need a monster. Let's just use one of the old Ultraseven suits that we have and modify it a bit.
Yeah.
Also, I love the crane shot that they did of, like, the eye slugger going up onto the head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, perfect. Perfect. But yeah, this has been Ultraranger episode 166. And next time you see us, we're in the end game.
We are.
There will be no Dyna next episode. Instead,
nope.
We'll be talking about the finale to Ultraseven.
I can't believe we're finishing the show.
I can't believe we're also finally here.
Yep.
Man, it feels like yesterday we were only on episodes 37, 38. Oh, wait, no, that was just me editing. But I hope you enjoyed these last few episodes of Ultraranger, where, yeah, we're just, because after Ultraseven, it's nothing but the Dyna finale.
Nothing but Dyna.
Nothing but Dyna. And we'll see you all next time, and as always, schwa for now.
Schwa for now.